he wasn't showed is our first meeting. It was so embarrassing. Took some vodka shots and danced on the bar stage. I sang stupid songs in Russian like American boy. Ooh, it's alcohol, everything is simple. And jumped to the Jeffrey's bed. It was a special uniform of Russian paratroopers and a banya hat. Hey, I love your boobs. What do you want from me? I love your boobs. I decided to attack him. I prefer to squirt. What? What did you just say? Women are more slut than men. What's going on? Are you in or not? Went so far. That was horrible. Hell no! Especially at first, it was crazy. I wanted to escape somewhere and hide. I don't get used to show raw emotions. But then you kind of get along with the crew and it become maybe easier a little bit. But still, Russians don't used to show their tears because the weakness make you vulnerable. And by the end of our Russian journey, I found the way to feel more comfortable. It's alcohol. Everything is simple. I become more talkative, less care about my English grammar, and just enjoy everything. You can see that on the proposal scene. I actually have a top 3 of hardest moments on the show. The first one is our first meeting. It was so embarrassing. I remember we went in a car to the hotel and so many minutes of just silence. Then I sang stupid songs in Russian like American boy. Ooh. And tried to like entertain. This broke the pose, but it kind of didn't work. And then I saw he's cold. I decided that he doesn't like me. Maybe I don't like him, and I escaped from the crew while they had a break. Ran to his room in a hotel and had kind of private talk. Like I asked, what's going on? Are you in or not? Do you like me or not? And he was like, sure. And our producer knocked on the door because we were still mic'd and they heard everything, but they couldn't like film us. So they said, guys, one more time, please, but with cameras. Next hard moment was at the airport. Then he left Russia and I cried so hard because I didn't want that to end so sad. And then those tears, my makeup escaped from my face. And I was like, get to the van and was so tired that I immediately fell asleep, and the crew was looking for me, and I was sleeping and in the van. Very, very sad moment. I didn't expect him to go without any regret leaving me. Like a day before that, by the way. I told him that I love him for the very first time. Didn't tell, but I messaged him. And he told me back that he loves me too, but he didn't ready to continue that, to living in different countries so far, and he can't get this that I didn't accept his proposal. The third hardest moment on the show was my appearance on Jeffrey's house in America. That was horrible, literally horrible surprise I ever did in my life. Like, especially when I saw Mary's face in his house in the morning, and I wasn't prepared for that. I even didn't learn how to swear in English. All I know is from the song, "Bitch, get out the way, bitch, get out the way." So I decided to turn to Russian and to say some words in Russian. It was more comfortable for me, but ununderstandable for everyone else. And also, oh my God, after that, we went to the bar and she appeared there, I mean, Mary, and we had these scenes with the middle finger showing each other. That was rude and childish. I regret about that. We were on emotions. She didn't even let me say a word comparing me with a third grade student. Yeah, my English is not perfect, but how many languages do you know? As you know, the funniest moments usually happen behind the scenes. So I remember the most hilarious one happened right after the proposal scene, when the crew and Jeffrey, they stood somewhere outside, far from me, and I decided to entertain myself with the old-fashioned game. I threw stones on the river, but there wasn't any stones. There were pine coins, and I threw them to the river. And then the perfect idea came to my mind. What if I threw it and then kick by my feet? I did it. It went so far to the river, the pine cone, and my sneaker. That was horrible. I was stuck on the moment and then yelled so loud, "Help me! Anyone!" My sneaker was on the air doing the cool beats and threw on the river. And it was passed so quick. And the producer, he took his boots off. He was ready to jump, to dive and save my sneaker. But Jeffrey came with help with a long tree, and they pick, like a fisherman, they pick my shoe. And I was like a Cinderella with a wet sneaker. So happy that two men saved my life. And I said, "Sean is our producer. Sean, you are my knife in a shining armor." Sean laughed and said, "See, Jeffrey?" She said no because I am her knife. Also, I remember how I messed up with words. This is my favorite, actually, because I'm not that good in English, especially at that time we filmed the show. The first mistake was at the airport when I met Jeffrey. I said about my plans, about our plans, that I prefer to, instead of going out, to make out with him. And it was so embarrassing. I didn't realize what I said. I didn't know the meaning of the word making out. So this was the first. And then also interesting one. It was in America. I was with a wise face. I was thinking I'm like explaining my smart thoughts, telling, look, women are more, I wanted to say, sly than men. But I said, you know, women are more slut than men. He was like, what? What did you just say? Just repeat it, please. Women are more slut than men. What do you want to know? Yeah, so that was horrible. I don't think so. No. That's not true. I just messed up with words. And also, one example was when Jeffrey's friend asked me what I usually do to stay in a good shape, good fit. I said I prefer to do. I wanted to say squats, but I say I prefer to squirt, like in the gym, each day. Should I explain the size of their eyes at the moment? My English is such an interesting language. I adore English. I realized, I found out that moonshine, it's not something beautiful you can look at. It's something good you can put inside yourself. So when I said, I love moonshine, it wasn't romantic. My whole life is a big joke. So I had so many interesting stories. All the time, something happens to me. So when I was in Knoxville, after the day of interviewing, I went to the Knoxville's night club or night bar. And what happened there? I forgot about my ID and nobody let me come in. I was waiting on the street without any connect, like my phone didn't work because I didn't have a connection. And I was waiting for a taxi again. And like on 2 a.m., all people, drunk people, went out of a bar to the street. And I was kind of afraid of drunk people. And I heard behind my back, like, hey, I love your boobs. I was like, oh my God, maybe it's a maniac. What should I do? Who could help me in a different country with a different language? Varya, just ignore him. Don't pay attention. I decided to act like I can't hear anyone. And he was like, maybe girl doesn't hear me. I should get closer and repeat my question or my whatever. Hey, I love your boobs. I was like, pissed off. I decided to attack him because it's the best way to protect yourself. I was turned to him and was like, what do you want from me, asshole? He was like, I love your boots. And I was, oh my God, my boots. Not my boots, but whatever. That was funny. And the last hilarious moment, it wasn't hilarious for me because I didn't know about it. It was hilarious for Jeffrey because when we went to Dollywood, I passed away, or passed out. I passed out on the roller coasters several times. And I didn't notice that and never noticed that if I didn't see the approval on the video. I want to wish you guys to always listen to your heart and fight for your love and happiness. It's better to do and then regret than regret that you haven't done.